Hi, my name is Jaden Louie, and I've had the pleasure of being able to do class with you guys this semester. And so my topic is on Volkswagen. And so there are 5 types of vehicles in the strategic business area, and it focuses on specific needs such as customer types, technology, and geographic area. And each car focuses on different needs and requirements that each person seeks for their car. There are 5 different cars that I did research on, and so those are the strategic business areas, and each one, as you can see in the chart, focuses on different qualities and different customer types in order to be able to find that niche market, in order to be able to really attract these customers and make them different from their competitors. So if we go on to section 2, that's more the environmental turbulence. And so Volkswagen has actually a very high quality for each of their turbulence scales. For their luxury transportation, they rank the highest in their global socio-political category. And then average, their kind of slower than response compared to the competitors in predictability, and their instability is still pretty low. For their highly economic transportation, they rank more on the 3s to 5 area, and they are more comparable to response with their competitors. It's a little bit more predictable, and their instability is more like a medium level. For automobiles for basic transportation, that's where they have the highest numbers, more 4s and 5s. They have pretty faster than normal response with their unpredictability. They are partially predictable, and their instability is still pretty high, medium. For their strategy aggressiveness, they are ranked about 3 to 5s for their aggressiveness level because they are very creative. They are faster than their competition based off of creating cars and new models, and they're definitely open for future opportunities. They have a very aggressive type of mindset, so they're more of an entrepreneur compared to their competition. They always make changes very, very fast, and I think these changes come from the idea that their mindset is always look to the future and find ways to be able to connect with their niche market and be able to really draw their customers in compared to other categories of these cars that the customers are looking for. The strategy success diagnosis is it's a future environment, and they ranks about a 3 to a 5, and they have very high alignment with their environment strategy and the need for success from where they are to where they want to be. If we go on to the next slide, this is where they have ranked the highest between a 4 and 5, which is an entrepreneur and a creator. They're very visionary in creating things. They're able to predict the future faster than their competitors, as we said, and they find the optimal profit potential, and that is their main goal. And these goals come out from different possibilities, and they do a lot of research and marketing and being able to figure out what would the best decision be in order to reach their highest potential. Their cultural model of success is always trying to find something that creates something new, being able to research and develop these by seeing what their competitors are doing and doing different ways in order to be a few steps ahead of them. As you can see in the next one, where their current profile is, it's more on their capability is more on the lower side, like 2.5, 3. But where they want to be is for sure definitely more in the 4 to 5 area with their environment strategy and capability. So it's just a matter of being able to align where they are to where they want to be. But Volkswagen definitely has the potential to be successful in the future compared to their competitors because they have a fast responsive level in the turbulence area, and they are an entrepreneur as well as a creator, so they're able to see where they make these mistakes and see where they are also being successful and be able to build on those. And those two characteristics, an entrepreneur and creator, are most valued characteristics in order to be able to grow and be competitive and find ways to excel to the top of the success pyramid. So in section 3, here we see again the strategic success diagnose, and you see they're more in the 2.5 area, and they're trying to get to the 5 in order to have their future environment be all aligned in order to reach success. I would say for their competitive position, they are in the high to good area. They are able to optimize their position, and their posture matches the future required for success. For Volkswagen's strategic response system, they have different things that will prevent any issues from arising. They have issue management, which is being able to identify and resolve the issues within the company. And those issues can arise from the staff to suppliers to technical failures and material shortages, but they become successful when they know how to be prepared for the situations that arise, and being able to make these necessary precautions in order to not lose any ground against their competition. Volkswagen is able to create an issue log, and this issue log allows a place where it's safe and reliable for their employees to be able to raise these issues and feel secure that what they're bringing up won't allow them to be terrorized, and they'll be able to be safe and protected. And this allows the company to be able to find these issues and resolve them as quick as possible, especially for the different groups that are involved in this issue. And this issue log creates a priority scale and will allow a smoother process in order to solve these issues and move on from them and improve. The resistance to change, I know that sometimes it gets really difficult no matter how big or small your company is, that whenever there's change, people want to resist it and try to stay in the norm because people feel very comfortable with the norm. But a good management finds ways to encourage their employees to accept the company change and have a more cooperative, smooth transition as they go into this new system change. This system change, if it's not held by good management, can take forever because people are more resistant, and the larger crowd that is more resistant, the more people feel comfortable to speak their voice, even if they don't necessarily 100% mean it. So I would say one of the biggest challenges that Volkswagen faces is the systematic change within the company. The employees will just have to they have a difficult time adjusting, but like I said, the good management finds ways to decrease that time period. This requires all the top management, the R&D, and marketing managers to be on the same page, because when everybody in the top management is on the same page, they're able to encourage new ideas within the company and within the firm and be able to increase these numbers and have more efficiency. There are 3 variations of the multi-divisional structure, and it's the cooperative form, strategic business form, and competitive form. And these all create a successful company. Like I said, when all these 3 aspects of the divisions are on the same page, they're able to allow their employees to work hard and have respect for their authorities. In section 4 is more of a summary. It's just the idea that finding out what will make Volkswagen competitive and as well as successful. And I would say that as a senior executive of Volkswagen, their advantage is the high level of responsiveness in the turbulence level management, and being able to grow and bypass the competition by finding different paths or creating their own in order to be able to succeed to the top. Their improved strategic strategy by creating a new issue log, by solving these issues as they come and be able to assign and resolve these issues to create a smooth process and more efficient training for their employees as well as for their management. Another challenge that Volkswagen must face is the systematic change. Like we said, too big of a change, the employees might be a little freaked out and have more difficult time adjusting. But if they do research on knowing how to implement this new strategy and doing research on how is the best way to present it in order to get everybody on the board, they will have a more efficient way of making these transitions, which will eliminate any lost time with their competitors. In relating this to the secrets of strategic management from the book that we read, there are different types of managers, but there are a few characteristics that most managers need in order to be successful. And some of these are creating a motivation for their employees by having a good vision, mentality, and aggressiveness. They must be very competent by having problem-solving skills, leadership, and a lot of knowledge of what's going on in the company. And within these management organizations, they need to know how to have good climate, which is vision, culture, power, structure, and reward incentives, as well as being able to have good control of the management and the support staff that the company has. Volkswagen is ranked high, as we said, as visionary and problem-solving, and as they're able to eliminate risk before it happens, and having these different characteristics within the management is allowing Volkswagen to be very competitive with their competitors and be able to be successful. And we see this through doing the research that we have done with the capability, responsiveness, strategic aggressiveness, and environment turbulence. There's also this systematic resistance, and we need to make sure that when we are trying to figure out what is creating these issues within the company, we know that it has to do with either like the shortages of budget or managers or not having the correct strategic skills, or they are not able to have the correct information in order to pass it on to their employees as they're going through the work. So there's a lot of things that Volkswagen has to take into consideration when making these executive decisions and being able to solve these problems. Because once all these are proportional to the events and the different divisions that are happening within Volkswagen, they are able to avoid any systematic resistance that they might have from their employees, as well as be able to avoid any of the conflicts that they may come across. And this is through just like figuring out planning and doing a lot of research within the company, as well as what the external competition is doing. So that is my presentation based off of Volkswagen, the secrets of management, strategic management, and having a better idea of what goes into a company through being strategic as well as being very efficient. So, thank you.